Hi. Okay, so let's draw this beautiful portrait with me. First of all, we will create a new canvas. Then we will make the background kind of paper-like texture. So for this, I actually made a custom brush in Procreate. If you want, I can totally make a separate video showing how I created that brush. Let me know in the comments if you want that. Next, we will multiply the layer and create another layer below the texture layer just to keep things clean, okay? Now let's come to the sketching part, my favorite part honestly. So I always start with basic shapes and outlines. I love to roughly draw the overall structure first, like the face and then the structure of body and the outline of hair. So before going into the details, it just helps me get the proportions right. And also you can see the overall look, like after it finishes, you can see how it will look, right? So once that's done, I start adding the smaller facial features. First the eyebrows. I usually draw them with the help of some light guidelines. Then the eyes, and I really love to draw eyes. Literally, I am obsessed with that. Okay, now forget that. Then comes the nose and lips. So after that, I love to erase all the unnecessary guides or strokes just to clean the sketch a bit. And here's a tip, like I always clip my canvas after finishing the rough sketch, and you should definitely try it too, because sometimes when we're drawing from one single angle for too long, our eyes just get used to it, right? And we can't really figure out what's off, so flipping the canvas helps a lot to catch those mistakes. Then I just fix those small things, like here I think the eyes are looking a little bit small, so I am just using the lasso and transform tool to enlarge them a little. I use these two tools a lot. Okay, now I think it's looking perfect. Just a few more adjustments. I think the angle of the lips is a little off, so just adjust a little bit. Okay, now I think it's perfect. After that, I like to make my final refined sketch on a new layer just over the rough sketch layer. This is where I clean up all the lines properly and make it look neat before coloring. So once that's done, I will move to the coloring part, and remember to always keep your sketch layer on top. It really helps while painting underneath. So I'm just fast forwarding the sketching part. Okay. So we are actually done with the sketching part. Now we will create a new layer below the sketch layer. So I am picking a very orangey skin tone, kind of warm but not too saturated. Personally, I don't like using color drop to fill the area. I just love painting manually. It's so much fun. It feels more natural. Then I add some shadows using a slightly darker skin tone in the areas like corner of eyes, below the nose and neck. After that I will pick a very reddish pink color for blush. I also use it as lip shade. After all of this done, I smudge all of it together for a smooth finish. It will look so natural on the cheeks and on the lips. Now moving to the hair, I am using the same brush again to fill in the base color. I usually use a lighter shade to paint the hair just to use more shadows and highlights further. Filling color is so satisfying, right? It's so satisfying to watch. So after filling the color all over the hairline, I would pick a darker shade of hair just to add more shadows. I will draw a few strokes over the hair like this, and I will again smudge it all just to have a good smooth finish. After that we will add more details on hair later, but before that we will fill the color on the jacket. For this I am choosing this beautiful yellow color. I think it will look so bright and cheerful. The overall mood of the portrait will change. The color is so beautiful, right? I think I will choose a muted blue color for the inner side. Let's see, I think that color will complement the yellow. Okay, the muted blue shade. Yeah, it's looking nice. Alright, now I am moving back to the face to complete all the little details, adding a few more shadows here and there and smudging again for the soft blended look. That's how I usually render the skin. Like first I put the colors and a little more shadows, and then I again come back for more details. Okay, now I am filling the eyebrows. Then comes my absolute favorite part, the eyes. And here is a tip: never ever use the brightest white color for filling the eye color, because it will look so weird, and it's also necessary to give a little more shadows on eyes and the corner of eyes. I first went with a bluish eye color, but I don't really like how it's looking with this palette. Let's see how it turns out. I think no, it's not going, so I'm changing it to a darker brown. Yeah, I think much better, right? After that we will draw a few more strokes around the eyes just to give it more definition in the eyes and in the lashes. Then I'm adding more shadows around the eyes that will look more natural and also pop out the eye a little more. After using the strokes, blend it thoroughly to give it a smooth finish, Then I will again add some more shadows around the face, also below the nose. I think I use shadows a lot just to give it more natural look, and it's also necessary, just to give the depth in drawing. After that, rendering the lips using a more darker pink shade, also adding more shadows on the lips. Then as usual I smudge it all for a smooth finish. Then a bit more blush on her cheeks and a tiny touch of lip gloss. Also adding a little highlight on the corner of eyes, on the nose and lips, just to bring that shiny glow effect. Then I move on to the hair again, refining the strokes using a textured brush, making it look a bit more realistic. I also like adding a few different color tones into the hair, like slightly lighter and darker shades, even completely a different shade, like just for fun and depth. Here I will use a shade of blue, When I will move on to that, you can see. Okay, a little more adjustments, a few more strokes. I think it's enough, right? Yeah, it's done. Now I will use a different color. Again, drawing few strokes in black color just for more depth. As I said, I will use a shade of blue. Here is it. And then a lighter beige kind of shade for a little highlight. Again, I will blend all of this. I try to give my portrait a natural smooth finish. I don't like too much harsh strokes. So here is it. Finally, I'm done with the hair. Now moving on to the jacket and shirt properly. Mainly adding some shadows and small textures and folds, and that's it. And I'm not doing so much more thing on the jacket because I wanted to keep it simple. Just drawing few strokes and lines of folds where there is gathers and all, and that's it. And I also again smudge it for smoothing. Few more texture on the jacket, and it's looking nice. I like the color of the jacket and shirt. The combination is going well. Overall, I like the portrait, like how the color comes out, the way it looks. It's really looking nice. And at last, some sparkly stars around the portrait, and just a few final touches, like a little more color on her hair. Overall, I actually love how it turns out. That's it for today. See you in the next video. Bye.